I wanted to make a very quick gameplay commentary type video, just very fast. This is some kill confirmed gameplay on shoothouse, which is a cool map. Yeah, I'm using the EBR 14, and this is a weird gameplay because I got a 20 kill streak for some reason. I don't know how. And the EBR is interesting because it's a very high risk, high reward weapon. Because if you have good aim, then it's good. If you don't have good aim, it's absolute trash, and you should never consider picking it up. Yeah, because the thing is, it's a semi-automatic weapon, very low bullet velocity. So you have to lead your shots a lot with the EBR. And then it's also a one-shot headshot. So, yeah, and that's basically how it works. Anyways, this is a very quick gameplay commentary, and I just wanted to talk about high streaks in general, and some tips, I guess. So yeah, because I see a lot of people struggling in Modern Warfare 2 compared to the other COD, because it is quite different than the other Call of Duty games. It does have some elements of similarity, of course, but it's radically different from, say, Black Ops Cold War. So I just wanted to give some basic tips for beginners starting the game to get good high kill streaks or high kill games, whatever. If you're after a good KD or if you're after a good average kills, whichever one you most desire, this video is hopefully will help you all a little bit in that decision. So, first of all, of the things that you can control that are not based off of actual gameplay, you want to first of all change your, if you're a beginner, change your settings first and foremost. One of the things that a lot of Call of Duty people will tell you, and I agree with this, kick your sensitivity up to at least 10. Anything lower than that will just guarantee very poor reaction time based aim, and it's just overall not a good idea. So in general, I'd recommend doing what's it called? 10 sensitivity. For your FOV, kick that all the way up to 120. You will not see any professional players playing this game, or even really good casual players like me. I'm not really good, but I am decently good at Call of Duty, and I am a casual player. But I say casual player is somebody who, plays the game a bit, but is not, it's not their primary focus in life. Because I have other things. I have school to worry about. I have languages. I have to learn French and Portuguese at some point. So, yeah, I have kind of a busy life. And so that's what I'd say casual gamer is, someone who doesn't value this game above their normal life. So, for those of you casuals who are just starting out, sensitivity up to 10, FOV 120, all the way. Button layouts, I honestly would either recommend one of two: bumper jumper or average, which is just the normal button layout that you get at the start of the game, which is just classic, your jumping mechanics, your mantle, your aim down sights, your firing, it's all pretty much the same. Bumper jumper is for those of you who want a little bit more of a challenge at first, but if you master it, it can be, there's the 20 kill streak. It can be an incredibly useful asset in gunfights, and bumper jumper is pretty good. It's gotten me out of some hot spots, but I would not recommend it over the average button setup. It's really a matter of preference. If you want to take time and get good with bumper jumper, obviously it's worth it. If you are just wanting to play the game casually, just have some fun, get high streaks, I'd recommend the normal button layout. So, now, for other things in the game, if I were to recommend a starting weapon to use, because there are definitely starting weapons in this game that are more useful than other things, and these, I'm not picking these specifically because they're easy to use, but more because they'll train your accuracy more. Definitely the M4, because it kills much slower than the other weapons, and it has pretty moderate recoil. So, if you use the M4, you'll be training your accuracy very well, and it will help you a lot when using other weapons, a lot more powerful weapons, things like the Cast-Off 7.62, or the Lockman, which is another very good starting weapon, but it is a bit harder to use than the M4. And those are my starting weapon recommendations. M4, and then for the submachine guns, because I feel like assault rifles and submachine guns are the weapon categories you're going to want to go for when you're first starting out your playthrough of the game, because those are the two easiest and most accessible classes of weaponry. So for the submachine guns, Vel 46, definitely the best SMG to start with, and the reason this is because it's just a very versatile SMG. It can be sweaty, it can be balanced, it can be long range, low recoil, whatever you really want to kit it out for. That is the Vel 46. It's also just an all-around good gun. Like the damage, the fire rate, they're all pretty good. So I'd recommend the Vel 46 as your starting SMG if you want to play a submachine gun role. Now, the other thing I will recommend for beginners, do not play objective game modes if you're just starting out, because they get much more competitive. And this is not very good for a casual perspective, because what it means is that you're automatically being put with players who are just better. And you, of course, want to be trained before you get into these lobbies. And so those are just some basic tips I wanted to share about Modern Warfare 2 and how to get better at the game much quicker, some weapons that you could use. There's not really any tips I have for just the straight up gameplay, because when it comes to things like map positioning and just like what kind of game modes you want to play, that is your opinion. What type of playstyle you are is really the deciding factor in both of those. So thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.